The next thing was of particular interest here was a Sesame Street dark trivia fact. So you saw there that Helpsters, the sister companion series of Sesame Street, using Sesame Street's likeness, called Helpsters, Monsters Who Help. Helpsters will be an original series for Apple TV, but Sesame Street has a very, very unfortunate thing here. If you didn't hear, oh god, I forget the exact phrasing at this point, but PBS was under fire because I believe, I could be wrong this year, it's been a while. This was like 2016, I want to say. Funding for PBS was being chopped out. It was one of the proposed budget cuts under the Republicans. I forget it was particularly Trump, or if it was like during Obama's last year. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, PBS was at the mercy of being on the chopping block from budget allocations to put them towards other things, more military or some bullshit. Obviously, I don't really agree with it. And that included the property of Sesame Street going up for sale. Now, of course, Sesame Street's supposed to be meant to be like, in its conception, supposed to be a free thing on public broadcast station, so that no matter what income level your family was, you can have your newborn enjoy programming of Sesame Street, amongst other things. Supposed to be, like a public thing. And of course, here we are now, where we are in this modern economy now, or I guess this modern society, I should say, actually, not really particularly the economy specifically, where Sesame Street, which has been, again, prided on being a public thing for everybody, was going for sale, and I believe was purchased. Yo, Jamie.
You guys be stealing my money. Last 1K, no more 1K bits after this.
It's okay, Jamie. Well, I thank you again. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, it was purchased by HBO. Now, I don't know if that's still the case now. I believe that sale did go through, and now HBO has the clout to just say that yeah, if you want to enjoy the name brand recognition of certified banger preschool content like Sesame Street, pay us for it, motherfucker. So very dark times indeed. The rich get rich, the poor get poor. And now, if you have a kid in this society now, you have to, you no longer can access Sesame Street through PBS or through any kind of public means, if I recall correctly. Now it is behind a paywall where your kid can remain dumber and drool against the wall and watch Spider-Man fuck Elsa rather than watch Sesame Street, which is pretty tragic, right? So so there's that. So with that in there, that was I think that was my entire factor for you. Sesame Street used to be public, now it's a HBO owned property, so that's going to be paywalled out from here on out. And you're seeing that further reinforced now, because that's like that's a dagger, and the dagger twists into your side, because you're like, that fucking sucks, dude. That sucks, especially if you as a kid enjoyed Sesame Street, that fucking sucks. But to go even further here now, you're seeing that negative fact further reinforced because you have Helpsters, a thing that's using Sesame Street's likeness, another paywall service where the rich kids get to watch it and the poor kids don't. So I'm sure Helpsters will be great, but it's yet another what's the word here? Another open piss in the grave of what Sesame Street represented. So I sit here and I want to give an F in chat for Sesame Street fans, because I'm sure the original creator, if he's still around and whatnot, I'm sure we any Sesame Street fans in chat can really feel that right now. F in chat for Sesame Street, F in chat for the creator of Sesame Street. So I'm sure they're probably contorting in their grave right now over what currently is at this point. And it probably would completely detest it. F in chat for them, F in chat for Command and Conquer fans. I'm sure. I mean, this to me is as bad as being a Command and Conquer fan. You've been waiting all your life. You've been waiting for over 10 years now for Command and Conquer to, since Red Alert, you've been waiting for Command and Conquer to be great again. So, yeah, I'm sure the F in chat for Sesame Street, F in chat for Command and Conquer fans, because you guys have wanted your series to come back now. And, what did EA do? Command and Conquer is back! And you're all like, okay, all right, I'm skeptical right now. I don't really trust you at this point, because you guys have blundered things, including but not limited to SimCity 2013, amongst many other things, including the closing of Visceral Studios. Command and Conquer is back! Command and Conquer is coming back to mobile! Free to play! Yeah! And you're just like, oh god, dude. So you resurrect it out of the grave, just to fucking shit in its throat, piss on it, and then kick it right back into the grave. Sesame Street, same thing. You bring Big Bird on stage, to shill out to a bunch of people who have so much obnoxious amount of disposable income to buy a TV subscription service buried behind the iOS ecosystem, which is tethered to all these overpriced Apple products. It's just fucking to kick fucking Big Bird in the fucking bird dick right back into the grave and then piss on it again. So with Helpsters. Now, with that aside, I do like the concept of Helpsters, actually, where you get to like solve and help real world problems while teaching code. That is actually a really great thing I get behind. I love the idea that coding and the idea of computer applications being a modern necessity in the job world, because it fucking is. You get on that shit early age. Like there should not be like, you should be learning keyboard typing in 2nd grade or sooner, and you should be learning how coding and how all this shit works sooner rather than later. That way you're like not, you know, completely left out of the real world, you know, this whole stuff here. I actually love that idea. I just hate that I hate that what it represents because of the entirety of the whole Sesame Street acquisition from HBO. So